Woody, another tough test tomorrow against Forest Green Rovers. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, it'll be a physical game. They play a certain style of football and a certain formation that we've played against already this season. Opportunity for us to bounce back after Tuesday. Got some players back from injury and illness, and try and get everybody fresh, looking to get a result tomorrow in the league and then push to Tuesday in the cup.
Just talking about injuries and illness, you missed Harry Chard on Tuesday through illness, and Finn Adams come off before the second half. What can you tell us there?
Yeah, Finn come off with a knee injury, and he's struggling a little bit this week, so we'll see where he's at tomorrow. Harry was ill. There's been a little bit of illness within the camp the last few days and this week, so we'll have to assess a few tomorrow as well and see where we're at with them. Make sure they're obviously physically right to play. Harry was in for training today, so hopefully he's back in. He's been an important player for us, Harry, this season. He's had a really good sort of like 6-week block pre-Christmas. Hopefully we're getting back to it tomorrow.
We spoke on Monday about how busy this congested period's going to be for yourselves with Forest Green tomorrow, Manchester United on Tuesday. How important is it that your players focus in this tough period?
Yeah, it's a tough one for them mentally, in terms of their head will be thinking towards Tuesday. But we take game by game and treat every game as a separate individual fixture that we need to try and perform well in. Tuesday's game was obviously disappointing in terms of the result, but the performance was positive with the ball. So we look to build on that tomorrow. And hopefully the way we play will ultimately result in 3 points for us to stay at the top end of the league table.
Obviously, you played top of the table on Tuesday, but you still got those 3 games in hand on Plymouth, so it's important that you pick up the points tomorrow.
Yeah, it is important. Obviously, off the back of the result on Tuesday, now the gap is bigger. We know that we're going to have to win games of football. It's going to be an intense physically this period of games for the boys, but with everybody sort of pushing and challenging each other, competition's good within the group. We'll freshen things up a little bit tomorrow, give some boys some game time that haven't had as much recently, and make sure that everybody's fighting fit. And we try and get a result tomorrow, and then that puts us in a good position going into Tuesday.
Obviously, the league will be important in closing that gap on the top of the table, but have you got an eye on Tuesday as well and thinking about what your fixture selection is coming up and then who you pick tomorrow?
For me personally, it will be treat the game tomorrow, and then as soon as the game's finished, all the prep Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening and Sunday will be starting to think about the FA Youth Cup on Monday and Tuesday. It's important that we get a result tomorrow in terms of closing the gap. 3 points will be massive for the group. We do want to stay at the top end of the league table, push and challenge Plymouth as much as we can, and also try and move towards Merit League One for the second half of the season, which will be important for a lot of our younger players to stay in the most challenging sort of section of the league as possible.
Talking about one of those young players, Logan Coe's made his debut against Plymouth on Tuesday. How are you assessing him as he's joined up with your side so far?
Yeah, he obviously was with us as a younger player and moved on to Chelsea. Things didn't work out for him there. We've given him an opportunity to come back into our environment and see how he does over the next sort of 6 months. That was his first league performance. He hasn't actually played football for a couple of months, so we was impressed in terms of where he was at physically. Now it's about how much he absorbs tactically. Can he understand our style of play? Can he influence things going forward and be as aggressive as he can in them defensive 1v1? So good start for him, good progress, and we're looking forward and excited to see where he can get to.
2024, obviously a new year for the boys to endure. You saw what happened at Plymouth on Tuesday. What are you learning from that performance for their first one of 2024 to take into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, we was a little bit off of it first half in terms of we've had a bit of a break over Christmas and no games for 3 weeks. I think you could see that in the first half. Although we were good with the ball at times, we lacked that little bit of intensity, that little bit of creativity in the final third was missing on the day. And ultimately a couple of mistakes cost the game and the result in the end. I know that we can perform better than that all round. We've had a good chat after the game Tuesday, but then we move on Thursday, Friday, and we start to think about the next fixture and what we can do and who needs to play and how we're going to perform in the game against Forest Green tomorrow.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, Carl.